Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video. Today we are going to do a should you poll on the Iris and Tifa banners. So these should be dropping on Thursday night. I am planning to stream for this. I think Iris is a pretty hype release. People are going to be very interested in that. And I think there is value in both of these banners depending on what your needs are. So let's talk about the characters, what they do a little bit, and if you should pull or not. So we are going to start with the Tifa side of the banner. And on Tifa, the side banner character's not too notable, I would say. So we'll start with Steiner. Steiner is kind of like a pseudo DPS slash support. I actually see Steiner more as a support character, especially being LD only. He kind of does battery. He does a lot of buffs for the party. Pretty generic, but not like an LD only character you really want to use. So I don't think Steiner is anything worth going for here. With Vanille is kind of like really good at dispelling. She is a solid support character, does some debuffs as well, has a cool kind of trap with her EX that I really like. But Vanille's just fairly weak right now, right? She's an LD only character. I don't really see myself using her very much. Her calls can be kind of decent to, get some of that on-demand dispelling if you need it. I think the most notable thing about Vanille, though, is if you do decide to summon here and get her EX, her sphere is one of the most unique spheres in the game. It's one of the most important ones, I feel like, that work really well in characters. Her sphere makes it so that the character equipped with it, if they break an enemy, they dispel one of their buffs, which is really good. You can turn any character that has an E-slot into a dispeller, which is really good. And her sphere is really good on characters that have instant break or auto break attacks, or re-break attacks, where they can just kind of break at will. So there are some really kind of nice combos you can do with that Vanille sphere. So I definitely recommend, if you do pull here, hang on to your Vanille EXs, because I do really like her sphere, right? Then we have Tifa. Tifa, I think, to this day, so she's coming back without a rework because she doesn't need it. Like, she somewhat recently got her Echo. She is still, to this day, I think, the best single target damage dealer in the game. I really, really like Tifa. I think she's fantastic. To make her the best DPS in the game, though, you have to have her full invested with the BT. That being said, I mean, Tifa's been busted for quite a while. So any veteran players, this is going to be a non-factor because most players have pulled Tifa. Like, it's not a secret that Tifa's busted. So the only banner this might apply to is like newer players. So if you're a newer player and you want like your top tier single target DPS character, you would grab Tifa. And I think after using Leo, I think I like Tifa more than Leo. The big advantage Leo has over Tifa is that you can use him with the off turn. But if you're looking strictly as just like them carrying the damage, I think Tifa just does it so well. And she's not as clunky to use. I think Leo has a little bit of clunkiness because you're so reliant on attacking the enemy with the precision strike debuff. Whereas Tifa's just so much more free and easy. You can swap targets. You don't have to worry about that. So yeah, for single target DPS, if you're looking for that, Tifa is a very good pull. I would recommend pulling if you need that. Now, if you already have Tifa or you're not looking for DPS, then definitely skip this side, right? Then we have the Iris banner. I think this is the one that most people are a little bit more interested in because she is a brand new character, right? So the side characters here are Cait Sith and Fang. Cait Sith is a decent support unit. He's got a lot of battery. The big thing with Cait Sith is he enables like crit damage and allows extra damage from the party, which is really good. I would say Cait Sith's call is very notable. So this is one where I don't know that I would go in and like summon just for Cait Sith. But if you're summoning for Iris, like, keep an eye out on the Cait Sith LD because his call is very good. It is a call worth chasing somewhat because it can enable a lot of damage for your party, right? So his call, very good. But as a character, you don't need to worry about him in the party right now. Fang is primarily a DPS slash debuffer style of character. Fang's two kind of notable things is that she does have a bit of launching, and then she has a really cool daze debuff, which is like a paralyze, which is very good. But as an LD only character, you're not really going to find room for her on your team. She's not a character you're really going to worry about or use right now. I think down the road, Fang could be really cool. But right now, just LD only characters, like, you've got to be like a Selfie or like a really insane tank or something like that to be really, really notable, right? So yeah, I would say none of these side characters on this set are really notable, other than, Cait Sith's call, I think, is the most notable thing. And then Vanille Sphere is also notable, right? Now, Iris is a support character, and support characters last a really long time. So Iris is a character I would highly recommend and she is a character you're going to get a lot out of. She's going to be a good investment because you're going to be able to use her for a long time. She does have a really strong single target burst heal that will basically full heal them no matter what. It heals 100% of their max HP, and then any overflow healing will heal to the party. So it's a single target heal when you select it, but it will act as an AoE heal if you overheal with it. And then it's instant turn rate, so it is a force charging move. So that's also notable. So she's got healing and force charging, which are two really big things that you want out of a support character. Now, I would say Iris's two most notable things are the EX and the BT, actually. So the EX has this very unique thing where it does turn manipulation, so it will put like an ally right after her, but it will literally copy the damage that the previous ally did, which is very powerful. And her LD is going to instant charge it, so you can really time it well. And so the thing that's really busted about Iris is she can copy really insane damage from a force time, even if it's not force time. So let's say Tifa ends a force time with a 75 mil shot, and Iris is coming right after that. Iris can copy that damage, which can be really busted. So she takes a little finesse to play to get the most out of that EX, but if used properly, man, you can blow up some fights kind of crazily with that. Then the other thing is the BT is really busted. In a sense, it's kind of like Rem in a way where you feel like you can't die. And I actually have it written down here because there's 3 stats that it takes on the enemy, and I just want to remember those stats here. So it's the enemy's attack, defense, and max brave just get set to 0. So without having any attack or max brave, the main thing is max brave, because brave is what actually deals the damage. You have to build up brave and then unload it. Because they are not allowed to gain brave, they basically cannot hurt you. And then because their attack is lowered, they're going to do 1s to you. They're not going to be able to deal brave damage to you. And because their defense is 0, it's going to be easy for you to deal a lot of brave damage. So it's not only a defensive buff, but it's also offensive because it's going to enable you to do more damage. So it's incredibly powerful BT effect. So I would say Iris is definitely worth getting. I would say you could justify getting Iris and Rem because support characters are characters you need more of. You use them a lot more often for lockout content. You always want a good support on every team. If you're someone that you're not looking for a lot of supports and you're picking one or the other, I would probably take Iris over Rem. I hate to say it because I love Rem, but they're both really, really good characters. So I think if you got the resources to get both, why not just get both, which is what I'm doing. But Iris is, once again, as a support character, you get a lot of use out of these characters. They age well. Her kit's going to age well because here's the thing with the support character too, right? The reason why they age well is because they're not reliant on damage. And damage is the thing that ages the quickest. Well, her supporting and force charging, that just doesn't age, right? It ages very well. But the thing with Iris, her damage is actually going to age well because she's literally just copying whatever other characters are doing. So she ages even better than other supports because she can actually carry damage through that EX, which is kind of crazy. So yeah, I think Iris is a very good character to go in on. I would highly recommend her. Out of the 2 characters, I would recommend Iris over Tifa, which is kind of crazy because Tifa's so busted. But once again, DPS characters are a dime a dozen. We know Astos is coming. Astos is going to be like the king DPS when he comes. But Iris, man, Iris is going to age really well. So a great character to pull for. So anyways, if you're still in doubt, just watch the character guide and you'll kind of see her in action. I'm planning to full investor, so I'll have her fully built and ready to go. So anyways, let me know if you're going to pull for Iris. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.